somebody. Hey, hey. We like to chop together, dance together, drink together. I put it in a company. You're my brother, you're my sister. Hey, we even know nothing say. We even know nothing say. Hey, le le le, le le le. I'm happy when I'm chilling with my brother. There is love in sharing. Brother, nam yaka fun, nam yaka ya, nam yaka fun, nam yaka ya, nam yaka fun. Hey, hey. We go talk together, dance together, drink together. See, ikwa mi yenem kem magapungu, kinaga mi yenem kem magapungide, magapungu, nagapungide. Hey, hey. Together, dance together, drink together. I put it on me, I put it on you. We can talk together, dance together, drink together. I put it on me, I see you, brother. I see you. We can talk together, dance together, drink together. I put it on me. Even the real entertainment. Come along. Mutata, muwangwa, muradia, muwawap, munenwe. Vamos, muwawap. Oje, bari ima. Bar Bishop, Atambra, One tree, let them make forest. I got my people, I have to beat my chest. I have to beat my chest. Cause we dey talk together, dance together, drink together. I put it in it. You're my brother, you're my sister. Sing along, sing. I'm a single dance together, drink together. I for the cambio. Everybody sing along, sing together, sing along together, sing along together, sing along together. For the cambio. Shout out to my people, yo. Unique brothers, dance together. And dance together, drink together. I walk. People love one another. There's love and sharing, happiness and giving. You really see. Been the real entertainment. In fact, there's no problem. Living is gone, yeah. Your body's gone. Talking about it's your body's gone. Can you I'm happy when I'm chilling with my brother. There is love in sharing. Brother, nam yaga fun, nam yaga yeah, nam yaga fun, nam yaga yeah, nam yaga fun. Hey, hey. We can talk together, dance together, drink together. See, ikwa mi yenem kem maga fungu, ilaga mi yenem kem maga fungide, maga fungu, naga fungide. Hey, hey. Iminya maya kiwa wiliya, iminya mo. Yes, iminya maya kiwa wiliya. Talk together, dance together, drink together. Afore kami, afore kami. Talk together, dance together, drink together. Afore kami. I see you, brother. I see you. Talk together, dance together, drink together. Afore kami. When you real entertainment. Hey, mutata, muwangwa, muradia, muwangwa, munenwe. Ibamo, muwangwa. Oje, bari ima. Away. Bad Bishop, Atambra, 1-3, they make forest. I got my people, I have to beat my chest. Cause we dey talk together, dance together, drink together. You're my brother, you're my sister. Sing along, sing. We can talk together, dance together, drink together. We can talk together, dance together, drink together. Everybody sing along, sing. Talk together, sing along, together, sing along, together, sing shout out to my people, yo. Unique brother, talk together and dance together, drink together. I walk. People love one another. There's love and sharing, happiness and giving. You really see when you real
In fact, there is no problem. Living is gone, yes. Gambling is gone. Imam is the best one.
Yeah, progress on the MIC. Do it.
Abasibom byokwa Ibom. Yakbo kono furewo. Yakirong nyina ba kememo. Afrewe ni seria. Menyamuru aya mekururo. Eterio uba udomino. Rememero karanyino. Boy karanyino. Iko wonto koyen parawo boy pa. Baba God, now you be the boss, yeah. I throw a salute to. Thank you for the beautiful things where you do for us. Here in AKwa Ibom. Mata ufoko ni ufaiti. Rongwane unegita kisuneta marara. Edubini yesem kiko makara. The Lord is good. He's very, very handsome. Mama fono furewo. MMU for you know. Ayakad nangi bonga na banyen. Tukuma na fanyi neta mamkwasa. Etena murago. Akam yesu gore etena murago. Let peace and unity, prosperity be in AKwa Ibom. Abasibom yo AKwa Ibom. Yakpo fono frewo. Yakirong you never came mo. Yakfrewe ni seria. Menyamuru aya mekururo. Eterio uba udomino. Memero karanyino. Ndoe kanino. Iko wantu goyen parawo uba ipa sankemeno. Sankemeno. Afrewe sankemeno. Yagi tokemeno. Papa no frewo. Yero ba kememo. Memero karanyino. That's you know we go and go as we wake up every morning, the part of our house is journey. Hater go they follow us. Them wuru people no go see us. We lie. We go count our blessings one by one. We go sing a song, yeah, 2 by 2. We go make a dance, yeah, 3 by 3, 4 by 4, 5 by 5, 6 by 6. If the Lord be for us, tell me who can be against us, yeah. This is the promised land. No weapon formed against us shall prosper. Every tongue will rise against us, we condemn. AKwa Ibom is song I'm marrying, you know. AKwa Ibom is song I'm marrying, you know. Basi bom di o pa Ibom. Yak po po no frewo. Yak ino mi reba kememo.
Hello, Ndito AKwa Ibom is song idemo.
Hello.
Hello, sir. Sir, I know you're here.
I'm here with you.
Okay, sir. Sir, just 1 minute, sir. Okay, we are just starting. Now, come, Ndito AKwa Ibom, sorry, the bomb. Make on phone from frame number for a new file with you. Could be going in front of me. May apologize, but okay, a little bit late. Okay, and got your you miss it on Yado more earlier than this. I'm saying Edna. I'm saying though I'm saying present this program called Ndito AKwa Ibom radio program me United Kingdom. That of my go on the screen today. I'm having the Honorable Commissioner for Information, Mr. Charles Udoh, is joining me right from all the way from AKwa Ibom, Uyo. So anya back a program in frame me. It's really can me the almost in them for God. Yeah, come to this is the real life. Yeah, the Honorable Commissioner is live. For live. So, Sambok, welcome to the program. Box, I made the program. Me.
So, who can give me here?
Somebody, I'm saying for no mumbo for Medi. So, my made your okay mood. You're not going to give me the hours. I will watch the program in frame me. But you would like to know me. I don't follow the me for the new work.
Okay, means Charles Udoh, Commissioner for Information and Strategy, AKwa Ibom State.
Ndito kang ne make up done then the Honorable Commissioner Mufo Adokowo Anyedowo ke AKwa Ibom State. Zamba ko yere said nya mai di ongo don't advocate the program. The program pa to make the second time. This is the third time to make the program. Ntito pe ke AKwa Ibom. From that day we go pongoro to mfene
Wow, ngbe tien ta fe ye ya kampen. But young I think that was before the 30th anniversary celebrations of the state.
Yes.
And yeah, if I'm and so since then a lot of things that right now every AKwa Ibom person are proud to say that the largest syringe manufacturing company about Africa. Governor Nyema Commission September 23rd get the 30th anniversary of AKwa Ibom State. Who said Governor Nyema Commission, the first digital metering manufacturing company in Nigeria in AKwa Ibom State. And so those are the high point things that has happened between the last time we spoke and now. So between that time, a lot of things has happened in terms of healthcare. Government has imported and distributed over 25 containers of high quality medical equipment. Some of those equipment are what you find Ketin and General Hospital. Ketin and General Hospital, I guess the governor AKwa Ibom State frame. Import over 25 containers of high quality medical equipment. Distribute mensu for Ibom. Get you for Ibom already in General Hospital. A Vice President Nigeria AKD Commission. But the main man say internet. You could sort to a 30th anniversary in Donko. Vice President AKD Commission. Syringe manufacturing company by AKwa Ibom. I'm an commission that metering box factory about AKwa Ibom. I'm sure wow video okay. One syringe manufacturing. Nigeria as a country, it go with so we approach maybe 200 million. Say I mean number census, can you got the estimation? The last time again I made over 100 million people. So Nigeria as a country consumes 6 billion and so South Africa they produce 95 million syringes per annum, whereas Nigeria consumes 6 billion syringes per annum, and we spend over $30 billion per annum in terms of foreign exchange to import those syringes. Syringes they come with all the disposable, so there's huge turnover. And so government of Akwa State saw an opportunity and invited investors to come and join hands in building Akwa State, and they found a conducive environment in Akwa State. They also found that the government of Akwa State integrity and their credibility. So they have brought that fact. They came and we gave them the land.
Oh, it seems that network as your the Honorable Commissioner said, I guess what I call was it to pay Ibom. Now why we trying to connect him back to the program? Now me apologize no wow now you took no program let him frame me yara case you need to control before to go I have to pay. I have to fix it up so that we will be able to get this now. We are still trying to connect the Honorable Commissioner now. Okay, I think we got him back now. Hello, sir. Sorry, sir. What about the network among socio? Okay. Yes, I'm back. Continue.
Okay, so we are proud, every Akwa Ibom person, to say that Mini Africa's largest syringe manufacturing company, and company that does not just provide jobs. The value chain that is associated with that company is huge. It means that beyond the regular employment that people are getting, there's also the flow of income into Akwa Ibom State, the internally generated revenue, the tax income from the syringes that we'll be producing is huge. That factory in Akwa Ibom State is the largest in Africa. It will be producing 400 million syringes per annum. And that means that there are a lot of other things associated with it, from distributorship. That has a huge impact on the economy of Akwa Ibom State. The same thing with the electric metering and metering box factory. You know that a few years ago, Nigeria had decided to go the route of prepaid meters in terms of measuring electricity consumption. Unfortunately, that had not fully taken off. And also the government of Akwa Ibom State saw an opportunity and also invited investors who came in and have graciously set up that industry, which was also commissioned by the Vice President of Nigeria on the 27th of September. The same day the refurbished and renovated Etina General Hospital was commissioned. So those are some of the things that government is doing. Now, if you add that to the fact that one committed to diversify the economy of Akwa Ibom State. Akwa Ibom State, for the greater part of its 30 years of existence, has been an economy driven by civil service orientation, where government was the center of all investment, center of all business activity, center of every other thing that had to drive the economy. But you and I know that private sector that drives the economy, and that's the only way you can bring development and grow the economy of the place. And so the government of the private sector too is focusing on that. And so we are creating an enabling environment, focusing on industrialization and agriculture, as well as tourism. Beyond that, government also realizes that we need to continuously oil the economies of the state. When other state governments are owing salaries of workers for upward, government of Akwa Ibom State is not owing 1 month of salary. Every civil servant, every public servant in Akwa Ibom State gets his or her salary paid as at when due. Now, added to that, government also realizes that, look, the minimum wage of Nigeria as a country is low, and so the earning power of a typical civil servant is also low. So to cushion that effect, the government of Akwa Ibom State has also looked at those major income drainers, as a kind of like Memponte and the typical public servant as a spend a comma. For instance, education, for instance, medical services, for instance, accommodation, for instance, agriculture. And so the government of Akwa Ibom State today had a cushioning if there's tangible income into other things. So today you find out that a civil servant can Akwa Ibom State or salary. For instance, I want government will take care of that woman, that pregnancy, all through the period free of charge, the public health care institutions. Now, when the child is born, the first 5 years of that child, government of Akwa Ibom State take care of medical bill of that child in all public hospitals free. Now, when you move on to when the child is ready to start education, you find out that education in Akwa Ibom State is still free and compulsory at level. Hello?
Yes,
are you
sir.
with me?
Yes, sir. I'm here. I'm one by me.
So that means that education at primary school is free and compulsory. Education at secondary school is free and compulsory. And up to WAEC level, when a child, that same child that was born and government has been taking care of, is ready to take his WAEC examination, which is the first major exam that any child would be taking. Now, government of Akwa Ibom State spends 600 million naira every year paying WAEC fees for indigents of Akwa Ibom State. You remember that, especially in the new farm, you know that okay, you have one relative or the other. Then maybe taking here, because they pay WAEC fees. So today, every child of Akwa Ibom State has a guaranteed first opportunity to attempt to achieve, collect that first meal ticket, which is the WAEC examination. So you see that a child in Akwa Ibom State today, from when he is conceived till when he takes his WAEC exam, government of Akwa Ibom State takes care of all that. Now, you know that is a major chunk of expenditure taken off the pocket of the civil servant. Now, that does not stop there. The government of Akwa Ibom State is also focusing on agriculture. Now, why are we focusing on agriculture? You and I know that my mother, your grandmother, my grandmother never used to do deben. You see the peben, you see the pesokoro, you see the pe mango, you see the pen twen, you see the pe toman kongobong. Then what happened? All boom came, and of course a lot of us abandoned farming and went for that white collar job, cheap source of income. And over time, we've had demand outweighing supply. And what has that done to our economy? That has triggered inflation. That has triggered scarcity. And so food sufficiency became a major problem. You also realize that governments in the past had tried to regulate prices of food, stuff, and other things by setting up price control boards. You and I know that those price control boards you and I are living witnesses to how successful those price control boards were. So today, the government of Akwa Ibom State, in focusing on agriculture, is driving people back to the basics. You and I can own farmland. In my compound, I have a small farmyard. I'm no longer planting flowers. I'm no longer planting hibiscus or izora. I'm planting cash and economic crops. Every Akwa Ibom person is being encouraged to do that. Take to farming. That is a long-term sustainability plan for the state. Now, the reality is that when all of us are able to produce a foodstuff at the consumption level of our respective families, it means that it will force the market prices for those commodities to begin to come down. So that on its own will help pushing the effect as well on the pockets of the civil servant. So there's a whole lot of things that government is doing. And don't also forget that the government of Akwa Ibom State today is not a government that is focusing on applause. It's not a government that is focusing on doing fanciful things for people to say, this government, when you're in power, we did this. Today's government in Akwa Ibom State is focusing on sustainable development projects and activities. When some states in Nigeria that are ruled by opposition are busy commissioning billboards, as landmark projects. Government of Akwa Ibom State is commissioning Africa's largest syringe manufacturing company. When some states in Nigeria are busy empowering their people with wheelbarrows and shovels, government of Akwa Ibom State is empowering the people of Akwa Ibom State by providing first-class manufacturing companies that provide employment opportunities directly, distributorship opportunities, service provision opportunities, contractor opportunities, and even the local communities will begin to benefit. For instance, around the syringe factory, a man who owns a plot of land around there, suddenly the value of his property is on the rise, because if he builds puts up a structure there, he can aspire to become a landlord. Even the guy, the food seller around that vicinity, knows that, look, because of the heavy traffic, he or she has the opportunity to make better sales. The industries that are springing up in every part of Akwa Ibom State. And before I go forward, let me say that in the last 2.5 years, no state in Nigeria, I repeat, no state in Nigeria can boast of the number of industries, the number of developmental strides that is emerging in Akwa Ibom State. As we speak, the government of Akwa Ibom State cumulatively has constructed over 1,000 kilometers of roads. Now, these roads are not just roads that we build and expect 2-3 months down the line, like some developmental agencies would do. They will be washed up. These roads are built with side drains. You know that we're in the tropic, we're in the swampy area. So the land, the soil here is sometimes very porous. So you find out that if you build a road here, and then with the heavy rainfall we have, if those roads don't have side drains, give it 2 to 3 years, these roads will begin to be washed away. And so government of Akwa Ibom State has taken cognizance of that fact, and knowing that, look, we have a long-term developmental plan. We are building industries, we are driving agriculture, we are driving tourism. What is the fuel for this? You need to have good roads, sustainable roads, not roads that you build today and those roads will be washed away. And that's why we keep talking to interventionist agencies that come to the state. The government of Akwa Ibom State is not against any interventionist agency coming to want to partner with Akwa Ibom State. Let me correct this. The government of Akwa Ibom State is not against any interventionist agency coming to partner with Akwa Ibom State. All we are saying is, look, we have a developmental plan carefully crafted and mapped out. For instance, Economy is earmarked as industrial city, where we're going to have the international standard jetty. Close to that, you're going to have the Ibom deep seaport. And around there, you also have the coconut refinery and coconut plantation. Now, it means that roads linking those areas must be first-grade roads that can stand the test of time. We are going to have heavy vehicular traffic. We are going to have heavy human traffic. And then it is going to be on a consistent basis. So if you don't have these roads that can survive that vehicular traffic, chances are that your efforts, your dream of industrialization will be crippled. You and I know the challenges that Lagos State is facing with Apapa, for instance. Today, properties in Apapa, people living in Apapa, they are struggling. Even businesses in Apapa are struggling because of the perpetual gridlock of traffic to and fro that vicinity. And so we have taken cognizance of this fact and say, look, we are building an economy that is for the future. We are creating industries that will outlive this administration. We are not looking at just saying, oh, look, we want to get people to clap for us. No, we are looking at things that will survive. The man in Orowanam, the man in Paleni, the man in the Korabati, the man in the local government who produces farm products, if there are no good roads, he will be under pressure to sell off those farm products at very cheap rates, that he cannot make profit. So today we are building roads to allow him to evacuate his farm produce quickly to the commercial centers of the state and then go back and produce more. That way he can aspire to grow the scale of his agricultural endeavor. So that's why we constantly say that we're not just building roads, we are building economic roads. We are building roads that connect the economic nerve centers of the state, from tourism to agriculture to industrialization. These roads are interwoven. Today, if you are going to Eket, Oron, or Ekonobasi, you don't need to get to youth center to get there. From the airport, you can bypass, get through Oron, the road that links you to the east-west road. So that's the kind of thing that we're talking about. Just as you arrive at the airport in Akwa Ibom State today, to your right as you are exiting the airport, there's a massive massive land space where we have started a greenhouse to produce high quality vegetable that we hope to export beyond the shores of Akwa Ibom State. And so these are a whole lot of things that government is doing. Talk about rural development projects, massive rural development projects dotting every corner of the state. And then let me also say that it is sad that you find out that people do not see the good side of what government is doing. Now, because of selfish reasons. As a person seated down here, I go around every part of Akwa Ibom supermarket. Supermarket many supermarket. Hello.
Yes,
Hello.
I'm listening to you, sir.
So the question if we had started this industrialization drive, by today, our economy would have been stronger and faster. In terms of youth development, government is also realized that, look, the future of government and governance today in Akwa State is dependent on the youth. And so government is also focusing heavily in driving this traffic. Because of for over a greater part of 30 years of our existence, a lot was dependent on government. And so because opportunities in government is far in between, you find out that a lot of young men had nothing to do. And so that's why you find out that today you go to the internet for a meager amount. Some people who don't want progress of the state will pay young men to sit down and debase the state and try to erode the very fabric of the state. And I say to people, I say, look, let's borrow a lesson from South Africa. There was a time when Nigeria was rated as the giant of Africa. Nigerian government, Nigerian musicians, Nigerian artists, every Nigerian was singing and fighting for the liberation of South Africa from the shackles of apartheid. At that time, we were called the giants of Africa, economically, in terms of everything. However, what happened when South Africa was freed from the shackles of apartheid? Today, every South African rose in one unison and sang a positive song, saying about positive things about South Africa, saying the positive things about South Africa. Today, the economy of Nigeria cannot be said to be on the same level with the economy of South Africa. Even if you look at just the visible things you see, there's basically no part of the economic aspect of the economy that don't have South African players, the active players. Today, Nigerians go to South Africa to produce movies, even musical videos. Today, Nigerians go to South Africa to print documents, annual reports. From the DSTV we watch, from supermarkets, from the telephone that I'm even using to talk to you, you have South Africans' influence dominant. And so you find Nigerians going to queue at South African embassy to go on holidays in South Africa. And the question is, how has Nigerians fared in dominating the economies of South Africa? The simple reason is this. The South Africans sold the positive and buried the negative. And today the whole world is trooping to South Africa. Who is benefiting? The economy, not the government. The economy of South Africa. Governments have since changed from Mandela to all successive governments till Zuma that is in power today. Every South African is gaining. And so we are saying in Akwa Ibom State today that, look, forget differences. You are aspiring to become the next leader, fine. There can only be one leader at the time. And so first and foremost, join hands and develop a state so that you can, if God blesses you and says it's your time to lead, you can have a vibrant state. What do you find? Opposition today is hell-bent on destroying the very fabric of the state. Just yesterday, the opposition flagged off their campaign, and a governor of opposition state from another state in the public domain made a pronouncement that they will want to take over power by force using federal might. And I'm asking, look, why do you ask yourself, this governor, how well is his state doing? How well is it doing? So those are things you look at. Today as a country, we should look at ourselves and say, compared to other states, I stand here to say that, look, all economic indices, all economic factors, all economic statistics show that Akwa Ibom State today is the fastest, let me repeat, the fastest developing economy in Nigeria outside Lagos State and Abuja. Abuja is federal capital. Lagos State is Nigeria's commercial capital. Akwa Ibom, take away those two. Akwa Ibom State is the fastest developing economy across all indices, across all statistics. Even in terms of infrastructure, Akwa Ibom State is the only state in Nigeria today that owns and manages and services and maintains its airport. I'm not sure many of you know that. The Udoh airport is managed 100% by Akwa Ibom State government. No help from federal government. Akwa Ibom State is the largest oil producer in Nigeria. Now, you cannot find one federal government presence in Akwa Ibom State, not one road, not one building from federal government. Everything that, even federal government roads, government of Akwa Ibom State has been fixing those roads because we want to have good roads to develop the economy of the state. So our call to every Akwa Ibomite living at home, living abroad, especially those of you abroad, you need to come home. You need to also join hands in growing this economy. When this economy grows, when the landscape of Akwa Ibom is transformed, you will begin to, today, every Akwa Ibom person is proud in the Nigerian circle to say, look, I'm from Akwa Ibom. People stand up to look at us and say, oh, Akwa Ibom. That wasn't so in the past, but today we have moved to another level. Today we are at a level where we can proudly hold our own against anybody. So let me also add that the Akwa Ibomites in the diaspora, the Akwa Ibomites that live outside the country, you have a major role to play. The government of Akwa Ibom State today holds every Akwa Ibomite in very high esteem, especially those of you who are exposed, those of you who live in other parts of the world. The knowledge, the experience you have gained, the exposure you have gained, we need you to contribute to the growth of the state. We don't need you to go dance. We need you to come back and also be part of this monumental thing that is happening in Akwa Ibom State.
Okay. So,
hello.
Because the program do the me akbene. So wanted to go to mujung pong kenin cope. What does
It's still 20 years of the Akwa State.
No, I don't want to go to a town. I'm going to go very soon. I don't sorry. So I'm confident I'm going to a tiny call for Ibok. A tiny call bounce now. You don't say call. I'm a tiny call bang to but for them pick you who can be make kitchen for Ibok. You're talking about for Ibok now. How Akwa Ibom State a book by the civil servants on one more sign up. So one I mean now you want a model near free treatment. It is even a man I need this one near free treatment for about 5 years. Fine. So my question is now is that I've been maybe about 2 weeks ago, a couple of weeks ago, or whatever. I can't really know the dates. I can't remember the date. And Mark and I get signed with the Commissioner for Education, and I went for Mabado Koro, yes, if I'm correct, and with His Excellency, they were signing paper, like because they said that we want to privatize the hospital. Yeah, so I been home for Iboromi, private people, yeah, manage. So, medicine, the benefits. This the hospital, this benefit for Tangamo, you may free.
Now let me clarify something. You know, hospital they need different categories. There's primary healthcare institutions, there's secondary healthcare institutions, there's what you call the quaternary healthcare institutions. Now the hospital you are referring to, I'm sure the specialist hospital.
So this one, what I mean by this one that it was in Avomati, it was you were there. Dr. Dominic Upong was also there as well.
Now that is referring to Ibom Specialist Hospital, which is not a primary healthcare institution. It's not even a secondary. It's a quaternary healthcare institution, which is you only go there. By that it means you go there only on referrals. It's not from I go treat malaria. I go treat in Collingwood. At a high grade hospital. Now that hospital today, Ibom Specialist Hospital has the best in terms of equipment in Nigeria. However, the guys who have been managing that facility over the years that it's been built were not fulfilling their own part of the obligation. And then you realize that, look, today we have a government that has a business orientation. We have a government that is focused on ensuring that the Akwa Ibom State government gets adequate return on every investment. And so because we're not getting return on investment on that project, the government of Akwa Ibom State called for a review of the memorandum of understanding that was signed in engaging the consultant who has been managing that hospital. Now, that means that we are looking to say, look, we are not happy with what you are doing. We are not happy. We are not getting the results that we should get in terms of the returns for the people of Akwa Ibom State. So we are saying, come, let's sit back and go back to the drawing board and review this thing and then come back with a way forward. So that's what we are doing. So Ibom Specialist Hospital is not a is a tertiary healthcare institution. Where you have free medical care is in primary and secondary healthcare facilities owned by government. Etinan General Hospital, for instance. Now, so there are levels of Medicare. Hello.
Yes, I'm here. I'm talking about that.
Hello. Oh, okay. So I hope that is clear now.
Wow, my words are going to know what that is clear.
Yeah, so please ask all the questions and seek all the clarifications that you need.
Yes, sir. And then you are talking about the syringe company. My commission.
Yes.
I want to ask you. So this syringe company, it's production in Daharo. Is it produced?
Definitely.
Produce syringe in Daharo.
Of course, production now they have started done test production before even the vice president came to commission. So that company is in full flight. So that company will be producing 400 million syringes per annum.
Okay. Can you boldly tell us, or me that that company, at least 80% of Ndito Akwa Ibom employ that company, this syringe company?
Let me say something clearly. Now, the government of today, we should realize one thing, that we have a governor who has a business mindset. We have a governor that has come from a background where he has been a businessman all his life. And so everything that he's doing in Akwa Ibom State today, that business orientation comes in. Why are we doing this? We are doing this to create jobs for Akwa Ibom people. Don't forget that when Governor Udoh Emmanuel came into power, he reeled out a 5-point agenda. Now that 5-point agenda included job creation, wealth creation, poverty alleviation, infrastructure consolidation, and political inclusion. Now, job creation does not mean job creation in the public service. Job creation means creativity in creating jobs. And so today, if you take the syringe factory, for instance, beyond the 80% of Akwa Ibom people that will be employed, that are employed in terms of the regular manpower, of course, the other fraction is allowed for the skilled manpower. There's also a provision where Akwa Ibom people are trained. Don't forget that before these guys, the company started work, we sent some Akwa Ibom indigents to Turkey and Austria for training. Another group has already gone for training. Now, this is to be able to provide the adequate manpower. And the ones that are there are also receiving training. Don't forget that this is not technology that we own. And so beyond just the regular employment, there's also opportunity for Akwa Ibom people to become distributors. The syringes that will be manufactured, the meters that will be manufactured, they need distributors. They need people to sell them. They need marketers. So that's a massive opportunity. If, for instance, if you start a company today to apply for distributorship, that with your company, you can become a distributor and employ other people. So imagine if you have 10 companies who are distributors. Each of those 10 companies will employ a chain of people who provide, who work for them. Now, if you also look at that, these industries will need raw materials. This industry will need services. This industry will need people to do security, provide ancillary service and all kinds of services, and supply them some basic stationery or office materials. Who will supply them? These are Akwa Ibom people. So Akwa Ibom people today that's why I talked about value chain. That's a part of that value chain. There's so much in terms of value chain associated with this industry, such that beyond the four walls of that company, a whole lot of other people beyond what you can count will be employed, from distributorship, from supplies, from marketing, from sales, from vendors and all that, a whole lot. Now, if you even extract all that, you look at the immediate environment. A woman who, for instance, there are going to be a lot of trailers and trucks going to evacuate the produce. Those guys will need where to stay. It means a hotel can spring up there. There's going to be a whole lot of people who are going there to make inquiries or buy and do all kinds of business with that. It means they'll need food to eat. A lot of people will also go there. The same people will need recharge cards. The same people will need all kinds of other things. So it means that the local community on its own will benefit. Some of them will need accommodation. the workers of those factories will need accommodation. So it means that if you have a building there, you can automatically become a landlord and begin to charge a premium in a location where without that industry, that house would totally be useless to you because you only be living with it and in just one room. So today you could see that there's a whole lot of value chain associated with that. Not just that, in terms of tourism, people, first timers in Akwa Ibom State, when you come in and say, oh, all the good things happening in Akwa Ibom State, some of those guys who want to come to Akwa Ibom State for holidays. Don't forget too that in the recent past, a government of Akwa Ibom State has also focused on youth development and empowerment, and also tourism. One of the anchors of youth development and empowerment has been trying to go through to develop sports. Don't forget that Nigeria in the last Olympics came back with a solitary bronze medal in a country of almost over 100 million people, going to 200. We came back with a solitary bronze medal. Countries that are as small as Akwa Ibom or maybe smaller went to the same Olympics and went home with several gold medals. And the Akwa Ibom State government took up the challenge to say, look, if there's somebody that could be the reference point in development of sports, Akwa Ibom State will be that. We want to produce the next few champions for Nigeria. We have started already. We hosted Nigeria, the national team, the Super Eagles, in Akwa Ibom State.
Yes, sorry, sir, to cut you. I will be coming to that because many MB say mopfin gite so I mean I call the Sherin then go okay, I remember that time call about usong kimedi usong but people the talk Akwa Ibom, people of Akwa Ibom said they say that kusong abo sambo apamana just camera for it to yamana do onyong ke I see you I see you a little bit half me get full amana do onyong eto. Yeah, okay, yes, that's fine. But other that it looks so dark. I hardly hear and down cut finish so yeah fun. Pleasure.
Okay, yeah, sound to me can.
Okay, sir.
And sound to me can.
Very well, sir.
This better, okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Are you okay now?
Okay. Yes. Yeah. Perfect. That's good, sir. Okay. That's it. Okay. So we talk about maybe in terms that ofusonga songwe do song kuyo song ke eket ke song mi extend ke e wo other like interest long through. So I was at one time getting information about a back road, hospital road, a back road, I think I had this conversation with the Commissioner for Works, program. I brought his attention to it. So young they are looking after it, they are checking, doing things. But to my greatest surprise, that in fact, I don't know so worse than the first time I guess I take a picture and and the people's houses are falling at the same time. So when you say there's a lot of road, what happened to that kind of that same road? They say people they can't even see where to even go to the Uforibo itself. That the road is really bad. People's houses.
Let me say this. This government has been here for a little over 2.5 years. Okay? And in 2.5 years, you cannot fulfill all your developmental strides. And like I said, in terms of construction, there are processes to awarding contract, there are processes to activating the contract. Even if you award a contract, there are still some technicalities. They need to do drawings and all those things to be able to fix that. And so even when you do that, they need to also some time to be able to mobilize to site. So development, it will haphazardly done. Development in phases. Like what I said today, what we are doing, and we're not just building roads, we are building economic roads. That road, the commissioner had already, like you rightly mentioned, the commissioner had said that road is firmly in government's focus. That road is one of the roads that government is earmarking to be able to fulfill. And they also realize that we are just coming out of rainy season. And so any major road construction that you're going to do in the rainy season, you are probably going to spend more than the amount of money you should spend. So there's a whole lot of things that are involved in building roads. But let me say clearly that the government of Akwa Ibom State has demonstrated, let me repeat again, has demonstrated its willingness, its desire to ensure that development touches every nook and cranny If it were possible, I could furnish you with a list of all the roads we've constructed and their locations. And so you could see that there is a spread across all the state. Today, there's no local government area in Akwa Ibom State that has not benefited from developmental strides of the government of the day. There's not one.
Okay, so so sorry, Tati. And me and Fenya move finished this because I don't maybe the young ma I do man no man be me maybe when the talk I make no able to fin. This is all about Super Eagle, which is very I will find that very interesting. That they want to the talk I will making a mess. Now I go to Super Eagle get the brave ball stadium then Adao carry I did promise them more. Said how many millions of dollars? And then come back by Kodo. Whereas there's a lot of Nitonye by Sarah, go somebody saying there are a lot of schools. I couldn't quite model. There's so many things that they're supposed to use the money for. But whatever can I need even talk or promise me another been a call or no. But I want to get AKwa
United.
AKwa United. Yeah, am I brave? But I don't can I need promise get more going more. The only call 25 million naira, which I don't know where they say the money come from. What I mean, or you can get promise, but okay. So they are concerned that they want to know. May I get promise? Or am I those spy or make all just to make promises?
Well, let me say something. Let me even use that. Let me even use the last match Nigeria Akwa Ibom against Zambia. Get that match. The Zambians came with 2 aircraft, and they came with a delegation of 400 people. That weekend, every major hotel in Akwa Ibom was fully booked.
Yeah.
Every fast food joint made profit, had booming business. Every restaurant, even the keke rider, even the recharge card seller, there was profitable business for everybody. Now, if you quantify the income from just the Zambians that came into Akwa Ibom State, and those Zambians were here for 3-4 days or so, or 5 days, if you quantify the inflow, the revenue that has entered the economy of Akwa Ibom State, compared to whatever the government not promised the Super Eagles, you realize that it was a good thing to do. Now, the governor of Akwa Ibom State is not doing it's not a charity organization. You use money to make money. What are we trying to do? We are trying to use football to drive tourism to Akwa Ibom State. Some people today, we have people who are coming from South Africa to want to come for holidays in Akwa Udoh. They never knew Akwa was never seen. They never knew what Udoh was like. But because we have opened up the state through football, you also realize that countries, cities in the world spend millions of naira bidding to host major football tournaments. The question you ask yourself, why do they do that? Doesn't it amount to waste of money? But the answer is that no. Football is big, profitable business. You cannot bring it to your domain if you don't spend money to bring it. But the reality is that how you make it work, how you make it profitable is what matters. And like I just used one example, one weekend, all the major hotels, you can check it out, were fully booked. People from other states, people from outside the country, people from all parts of the world were in Udoh. The airlines were struggling to increase their flights. The hotels increased their hotel tariff to be able to cope with that. Now, if you add all that up and aggregate and compare to the meager amount that the government promised Super Eagles, that is a small amount of money. Secondly, you ask yourself, youth development and empowerment. Today, football is big business. Today, you find let me digress. A footballer is being bought for over $200 million. That is big business. And then we have youths who are talented, who are hugely gifted in these areas. How do you expose them? How do you give them opportunities? How do you make them begin to aspire? You make them begin to aspire by bringing the role models close to them. And today, Super Eagles, we can proudly say that, look, Akwa Ibom State has the best maintained football stadium in Nigeria. You remember that many years ago, every time Nigeria had bidded to host the World Cup, it was always a fire brigade approach. You couldn't find one football pitch, grass football pitch in Nigeria that was functional. That's why many state governments, many states began to change the grass playing pitches to astro pitches because they couldn't maintain it. Today, Akwa Ibom State, the pitch on the Udoh Stadium is better than the pitch of the National Stadium in Abuja. The facilities in the stadium in Udoh is better maintained than the facilities in Nigeria's National Stadium. Now that is providing opportunities for the young ones. Today, Akwa United, in 3 years, Akwa United has emerged champions of Nigeria. Imagine what that has done to the youth. Now they can aspire. Now they can begin to dream. Now they can see opportunities. Now football, you know, that could take a lot of jobless youth off the streets. Give them meaningful employment. When they get this employment, benefit comes back to the state. The economy of the state grows. So a whole lot of things that government is doing. Don't even forget our women. The football team, the Ibom Queens, for the first time in the history of Akwa Ibom State, the female football team of Akwa Ibom State got to the final of Nigeria's Female FA Cup. Yes, they lost narrowly on penalties, but hey, that was a massive, massive step forward. The Akwa United has won FA Cup in Nigeria 2 years. In the last 3 years, we won it twice. Well, the next step is to conquer Africa. Akwa United is in Africa. The first time we're in Africa, we lost that first round. Now we're experienced. We're going to have countries in Africa who never would have dreamt of coming to Udoh or Akwa Ibom State, flying through Akwa Ibom Airport. That is revenue for government. Airport that we build and maintain 100%, no help from federal government. From the airport taxi driver, from the hotels, from the common man on the street, huge venture, huge revenue coming into the state. So if you quantify all that with whatever His Excellency had promised and given to the Super Eagles, don't forget that this is the only time in history of Nigerian football, I repeat, that this national team has started a journey of qualifying for the World Cup from day one till the last day. We even qualified one match before the end. That there were no rancor in terms of air ticket. There were no rancor in terms of match bonuses. There were no rancor in terms of hotel. There were no rancor in terms of feeding. There were no rancor in terms of allowances and welfare of the players. It's the first time in the history. Now that is huge credit to Akwa Ibom State government because we have done Nigeria a favor. We have taken that challenge and then we have delivered. Now imagine the pride. Every Nigerian feels proud that look, we are going to the World Cup. You know what football does to the passion of people. With football, there are no religious barriers, there are no ethnic barriers, there are no political barriers.
Okay, Honorable Commissioner. I mean, I make up say for tang and maybe on me so I go to time. I know about 70 and me I get carried away because they would talk me a fool. Yeah, and the end of me. I want to remind me and me. I will get Honorable Commissioner. Can you come back at our
Okay, go yes, bro.
Come back. Honorable Mandy. Don't worry.
Okay.
Okay. Now you know that.
I think you're going to you now.
Flow. Give me your tongue so you need power to cope number because before my mama opened the line, maybe you could say for tongue so she gets money and be more idea you the pick from Lubapian. For now, Idami, phone line open Idado. I can number more back a screen a full code and then Honorable Commissioner for information more about me. So any information for you to Akwa Ibom. The right man more about me rule rock of and so the information of Yemi and then I do to young code Baba Yembi may young rock of say for no yem. And secondly, phone number more about phone number to code or put a code outside United Kingdom. Our code is 0044 20300 28482. The number is on the screen. You're watching from the Facebook, but if you are listening to this program, get ordinary radio or may say maybe YouTube, and then or post YouTube because if you post YouTube number more so about say code YouTube, but listen from radio and calling code number for from radio station though. I do 0044 020-300-28482 from code outside UK. Don't get UK me code anyway. Maybe you don't have to put 0044 or dial 020 and then the number though. And then you can also call Facebook Messenger, not Skype, because if you call Skype, I interrupt with this interview. Call Skype, and when make it code Facebook Messenger, I will still put you through your call through, so that the commissioner will still say afotang. So the phone line is now open. Please, know that Canada person more bet I will go straight to the point, but the straightforward question, and then be polite in your question so that you can get a polite answer. So phone line open is also my TT. And my commissioner, and even for you still on the Diben Adi Kama use instead of Yidi managing Ponyin. What happened to Tropicana Hotel?
Okay, that's a good question. Like I said, in today's government had to focus on return on investment. Now we have that facility that government has built, the previous government has built, massive facility, massive idea, brilliant infrastructure, everything concept brilliant. Now, when PDP handed over power to APC in 2015, the exchange rate was, I think, $180 something naira per dollar. Now today, exchange rate is hovering towards $400 naira per dollar. Now that has caused a somersault in a whole lot of things, projections of government. And so, as a business person, what do you want? You want the project to function. Let me also say that in developed world, businesses are given place in private hands for them to survive. There are companies dotting AKwa Ibom, dotting Nigeria, that were built and run and managed by government, and once that government leaves power, it dies. Let me go to a state in one of the states in Nigeria that used to have the gateway hotel chains. Now, what happened to that hotel chain? Once the government that believed in it left power, those hotel chains died. And if you go to that state now, those hotels, they were in three or four locations, massive structure, massive everything, but they've all turned into games reserve. And so AKwa Ibom state government is adopting international best practices in managing the assets of the state. What do? You leave the thing to professionals who can manage it and give. What do you want? We want return on investment. One, we want functionality. Two, we want return on investment for the good of people of AKwa Ibom state. And then we want to also make sure that the essence of setting up those structures are achieved. And so, what do you do in best practices? You give it up to an expert who can deal with it. And the important thing is that, are we getting benefits from it? Yes, we will get benefits from it. The same thing that government is doing with the specialist hospital that you and I talked about earlier, where government any return. So what would you do? As a responsible government, we had to pull the plug to say, come back guys, let's sit back on the drawing table and review this thing. The same thing with Lomedian Hotel. We've also discovered that, oh look, we've been running this hotel forever, and then suddenly we're not getting any returns on this hotel. So come, gentlemen, let's sit back and review this MOU, such that our private people can benefit and have good returns for investment.
Okay. This until is about this Lagos Lodge. So what is the outcome of until the update of that? Until updated though.
Okay, let me say this. AKwa Ibom state government, maybe if you live in Lagos, you have anybody who lives in Lagos, you know that
I was born in Lagos.
Property. Fantastic. Okay, fantastic. The lodge about maybe on the lodge
You're welcome.
mobile house. Now, I look at the state of that place. That place for years has been abandoned. And that place is a prime location in the heart of Victoria Island. And so it means that it's a huge waste for the government and people of AKwa that we have that property in that location and it's lying fallow. We are not making income from it. That is just one. There are several others from Lagos Island to Victoria Island to Ikoyi, where we have these things over the years. Prime locations lying fallow. Now tell me, as a government, would it be wrong for you to want to resuscitate these things, to even if it's so long, you put it to rent? Do you understand? You know how much the property, for instance, Aboy Adeko, if that place is resuscitated and put to use, the revenue that government can get there, that's a huge investment. Government will may get billions of naira per annum from those properties. So it's only logical that, look, a responsible government will say, look, how do we turn around, make this investment yield results for us? And that's all government is simply trying to do. And so, like my governor has said, government is very responsible. The government of today does not embark on any white elephant project. The government of today only embarks on sustainable projects that will bring results to the people of AKwa State and yield a real return on investment. So those are the things that government is doing, and government will continue to do those things.
So now, are you saying that Adiki Bobo for Lagos and is bringing investment or good investment to Ibom State? Hello. I think we lost me, Commissioner. Hello. Okay. While Commissioner is trying to link him up again,
Baba God, now you be the boss, yeah. I throw a salute to. Thank you for the beautiful things where you do for us. Here in AKwa Ibom, my town for a new faith, on a unity that is in the Tamarara. It will be ASM Kikom Makara, the Lord is good, very, very handsome. For my phone of Rewo, MMU for you know, I can Nangi Bongana Banyan to whom I find in the Tamam Kasa, Etena Murago. I come here for it. Let peace and unity, prosperity be in AKwa Ibom. Abasibom, your Ibom. Yakpo for Rewo. Yaron, never came more. Yafre when you said, I may Amuraya make a rule. A day you won't do, Remember, Carano, do I can you know, people want to go and Paramo way by some Gemino. Jason Gemino. A freeway, some Gemino. Yagi top Gemino. Young Papa of Rewo. Yaro about Gemino. Remember, Carano. That's us, you know, we all want to go and Paramo way by. As we wake up every morning, the part of our house is for the journey. Better go they follow us. Them wuru people no go see us. We lie. We go count our blessings one by one. We go sing a song, yeah, 2 by 2. We go make a dance, yeah, 3 by 3, 4 by 4, 5 by 5, 6 by 6. If the Lord be for us, tell me who can be against us, yeah. This is the promised land. No weapon formed against us shall prosper. Every tongue will rise against us, we condemn.
Yes, well, I can see you're online. Just hold on down. After the music, I'll put it through. Yes, sir, you're back. We're playing music. We're listening.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, you also go to drink water. You come back, enjoy it too, sir.
Okay. Let me come out.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, Honorable Commissioner.
Hello.
Yeah.
Oh, you have a caller on the line already. Welcome, sir. Welcome, sir. Okay, with me. Hello, who is calling? Bo Keredia at 2KK. A code came more.
Oh, I think Andy Roland to AKwa Ibom to
Okay.
Don't know Udoh Ibom.
A code came more for good from AKwa Ibom.
Good from America.
Okay. So, Madam Bimmen or the Honorable Commissioner for information for me.
Yes, it's the Commissioner information can the AKwa Ibom program.
Okay. Commissioner,
Honorable Commissioner.
Been here before.
Okay. So, welcome to program.
Hello. I can't hear him. Oh.
You can't hear him.
No, I can't hear you. I can only hear you.
Can you?
Oh, okay.
Can you hear him now?
No, I can't. I can only hear you.
Make up several times.
Well, he say he can hear you, but maybe you can't hear him. I don't know why it's like that.
No, I can't hear him. Maybe you take the questions and then relay to me so we can talk. Hello.
Yeah, hello, sir.
How about you?
Sister, so for boy, but in and pass no, so I can now respond to it.
Okay.
Okay, and Andy, go ahead then. Let me go ahead. Can you?
Let me hear me, baby. May come Commissioner of Information. Sa yung audio din am yun idiyo ng sita pega AKwa Ibom. Inge media ng ibo ke the governor ne kenye interest to industrialize the state. So, consider the ingredient that in the state to industrialize.
Okay, I'm stop there. I'm doko. Commissioner Ambok, Andy Roland abontum ki ikom tabontum ke rai woru kara AKwa Ibom yin. Ana ayiminam ya idong AKwa Ibom ado industrialize. Men sido men zokenam Andy sebero.
So can you put on ground arinam? Tinam so you put on ground arinam yang the state to industrialize.
How about say you put on ground arinam ya the thing do industrialize? You don't go the thing.
Okay. Well, Andy, what about down in just 22 years, AKwa Ibom State, in terms of industrialization, we have the largest syringe manufacturing company in Africa. In AKwa Ibom State.
Okay.
Number 1 in Africa. That was commissioned on September 23rd. In AKwa Ibom State, we have the first digital metering and metering box factory in Nigeria. That was also commissioned September 23rd. Don't also forget that you have the cottage industries, pencil and toothpick. Today, AKwa Ibom State supplies pencils to 2 states in Nigeria. And especially that is very gratifying. Nigeria as a country the minister of the minister some time ago said that Nigeria has started consultation with relevant agencies to start the process of building pencil factories in 2018. Akwa Ibom State has been manufacturing pencils since 2016, which means we are ahead of Nigeria in terms of our industrialization effort. In Akwa Ibom State, we also produce toothpick. Toothpick might look small, but tell me who else has been doing it. We've been producing toothpick that provides employment. One of the first things that Governor Udoh Emmanuel did when he first came on board was to resuscitate the peacock paint factory in Etinan. Also, in May 29th, we flagged off the construction of flour mills. We also flagged off the construction of a coconut refinery. Now, there's no state in Nigeria I can beat my chest that can have this number of industries in 2.5 years that we've governed since 2015. So clearly, the industrialization effort of government of Akwa Ibom State is firmly on track. On top of that, we have also built and commissioned a 153 plus megawatt Ibom power plant and 2 substations. Today, some parts of Songomai warehousing and Shelter Afrique area, there's an average of 18 hours of electricity supply. That is unprecedented in the history of Nigeria as a country, that we've been able to achieve that. You and I know that Francis today in Akwa Ibom State, you have in some parts, since you get commissioned the power plant, those areas have max about 18 hours of electricity supply. 2 other injector stations are almost ready. The one at the airport, which will supply light to the airport and the neighboring communities, and then another one, a village called AKwa in Balenin. And so once that injector station is commissioned, AKwa will now become Nwana. So yes, Nwana AKwa village. So those are the things that government has done and is still doing to ensure that industrialization effort of government is on track. And then on top of that, we also have the cattle ranch. There's a cattle ranch in Uran that is also coming up. We also have all this in the agricultural sector. We also have the vegetable greenhouse, which is around the airport road. We also have the AKwa Prime Hatchery, which produces about 10,000 day-old chicks a week. So there's a whole lot that government is doing and will continue to do to drive the industrialization efforts of government. And then let me also say clearly that the current industrialization effort of government is not like what you have in the past. Akwa Ibom State for them, Material Newsprint Manufacturing Company, Material Aluminium Smelter, those were built like extensions of government. Now today we are building and creating industries, benchmarking international best practices, benchmarking international standards. These industries are created and run as pure business entities. They will survive and surpass the lifetime of successive governments. So do you remember?
Andy?
In part, so make explanation for government Udoh Emmanuel and I'm hearing you.
Yeah, so I'm hearing you
for 18 hours.
Sorry, Andy. I can hear you very well, and Andy can hear you. We don't know why you can't hear Andy.
I can't hear Andy.
But we can hear everything is perfect here. But what is happening?
I guess from your end, I can't hear Andy.
It's a network in their end anyway. I'm making me put this question now here because of time.
Okay.
We can't argue foot on that. No.
Okay.
Me ko bi ne September me mo ye bolo ke the governor Udoh Emmanuel ano ikang for 18 hours ku yo. So now the industries industrialized ke the state knowing that ke Nigeria in the national grid ikang 18 hours. And with the A4, you can get some part of Uyo according to explanation. This industry, they run so generator or they run get the same. You can provide get. based on the Ibom power plan.
Andy, wa matang ya wang to ye ke muntu mendo.
No, I don't believe.
So
explanation. So
yeah, she don't believe for just like the point. She don't believe
that this industry are run on so energy, are run get power plant, or run get this is
yeah, but
power
I don't know what is happening.
Provided.
I really wish.
Well, and the commissioner will really wish we cannot even hear.
Oh God.
And then I don't know. And commissioner is not watching us from Facebook as well, so be able to know, to hear what we are saying. Because everything has been fine here. So the argument talking more. So
you know, this has always been a problem. You know, the first time we did this work, I couldn't hear the people too.
Yeah, but after everything, because this is a brand new studio that I'm now, and everything is perfect. Yeah. People have been coming, I've been hearing.
We had this problem some other time. The other time we did it.
So I don't know.
I'm hearing everything, even when saying yes about makeup. I'm hearing everything perfectly.
And they say he can hear you very well and all that.
I can't hear him.
Okay, Andy just asked me to ask what is the question again? The answer me if I can go.
The question is that these industries not industrialized.
What you can also do
energy power plant
what you can
or
also
the
do,
one the government provides.
I could also my email address is open. I'm on Facebook. I'm everywhere. So if you ask questions,
sir, do you have access to your Facebook now?
No, I can't. I'm using the same facility I'm using. Is what would have given me access to Facebook.
Oh, because you would have heard what he's saying. God, I don't know what I'm gonna do now. I don't know. This is okay.
Hi.
Well, Andy, Ibom power plants.
Okay, industrialization, although based on energy. Now, the energy the government provide to run this industry, although only for part of Udoh.
Okay. So
because what you're saying, the government provide energy for only some part of Udoh. Then what is the industry running on?
Okay. So Andy Bontomo is so concerned about this power plant about me. So to summarize everything, that made this power plant main industry main and my power plant made the only to you can't yo. Or means this power plant is running on.
Oh,
like I said, we have the power plant. Now
Hello. This
hold on, sir.
Just listen. This industrialization in Amami are run on so energy.
Okay,
is it the power plant?
Stop there.
Or generator?
Okay,
Simple.
Stop there. Okay.
Hello.
And so I want this industrialization in Amami.
I'm seeing you on Facebook, but I can't hear you. I just joined the program on Facebook of my phone. I've seen you are wearing a blue T-shirt.
Yes. But if you can increase the volume a little bit, maybe you can hear. If you increase the volume.
You said what?
If you increase volume of your maybe your phone, I can maybe Yako.
Man, perfectly.
Yeah, you can hear now.
Yes. Hello.
Okay, Andy, then go on with your question now. Commissioner will be able to hear you now.
Okay. Hello. Sir, make a minko me nidaam.
Maybe your phone, I can maybe Yako.
Hello.
Nge media mama. Beko.
Can hear now.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, Andy, then go on with your question now. Commissioner will be able to hear you.
This industrialization of AKwa Ibom State, is it run by generator or by the same Ibom power plant provided by Udoh administration?
Hello.
Can you hear me? Or by the same power plant provided by Udoh administration?
Hello.
I may pick the question because I can hear you. I can hear him talking over there.
I'm trying to pick. It's not still not clear. I think the network here.
Okay. Andy, please, can you type your question so that I can read correctly? Mbok? Can you type your question?
That's my question.
I'm on Facebook, yeah, so I can look at it. I can even put a comment on it.
Okay, can you type your question?
All right. Okay, let me get out of here because I cannot call and type at the same time.
Oh, okay.
No, I can't speak because I can see you, but I can't hear him. He's breaking.
Okay. I don't know what is going on today. Everything has been okay. Yeah, we don't know what is going on. All right.
Okay. So I cannot call. And
I can't. Because I can see you, but I can't hear him.
Okay, sir, please, can you put up your phone now, reduce the volume of your phone so that we can hear you properly?
Okay. Hello? The volume of my phone is off now.
Okay. Can you hear me now, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, but all of you, maybe you can make me send your question so that you can hear you well. There's somebody here on the line. They said maybe this one I do a little bit clearer. Hello?
Hello, good. Hello, yeah.
Yeah.
How about you?
Idioko mbo Canadian akod kemong.
Yeah, about the line. Like give one frame.
Can you
Yeah.
your voice? I'm making you young for talk because there's absolutely nothing wrong here. Turn the organ tempo to.
I'm not good for down for about the commissioner. I will more about the down. Because give one by direct question. My name Nwiba.
Commissioner, can you hear what we're saying? I'm not going to
I can't. No, I can't hear.
Oh.
I can only hear your voice. I can't hear any other person. I don't know. Maybe I do from your end. I can't hear.
But I'm hearing him very well. Yeah.
Yeah, because everything is fine here as far as I'm concerned. From Quad okay me. So the organ when I don't really know.
I mean, I go make up. Because yeah, I go about Tropicana because you give a for.
You give what be mean some people can you
I get by Tropicana. I don't have foreign exchange and all those things. So you don't bother because
I forget it in the first place. I get it first. Teddy Obong. Okay, so Teddy Obong Tom God can be a group of Banga Tropicana, Kebu Borok Yafon. Teddy Obong Tom can be a group of Banga Tropicana, Kebu Borok Yafon.
How? What else does he want to know?
I want to men soak for immediate.
Send you made your man Tropicana because I do abandon us at now. He might sign the contract, he pay the money to the contractor. Ndito front of when army. You know, it in a no, you will get that foreign exchange. And I'm not in a money Tropicana. Go what people are saying, go Euro, get abandon that project. Get the president government, he made to Udoh. Get that project. So you need get that foreign exchange. Yeah, and again, I'm not going to on AKwa because that project, as they come back project,
this would have been the real question that is supposed to put straight across to him. Because
a lot of
Commissioner
employment to AKwa people. But
can you relay the question? Is it possible?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. I don't know what is going on. Andy, if you can type the question for me, I can read it for Commissioner to answer. For now, maybe if you can just type it.
Okay, yeah, type the question. Yeah, trying to type.
Honorable Commissioner, Andy, I type the question no more. Andy Bontom, the industrialization of AKwa Ibom State by Udoh Emmanuel administration, is it run by generators or by Ibom power plants?
The what?
Industrialization
Industrialization.
Yeah, industrialization. Yeah, of Akwa Ibom State by Udoh Emmanuel administration. Is it run by generators or by Ibom power plants?
Well, Nigeria has not gotten to a point where you have 24 hours of electricity. Like I said, Akwa Ibom State has just hit the landmark of having approximately 18 hours of electricity in certain parts of the state. And so until then, until Nigeria can reach that mark, we will all continue to fluctuate between using the public power supply and, of course, running generators. I hope that answers the question.
Andy, I hope I hope so. But if not, send more questions, please. And Andy asked, does the companies run on Ibom power plant? Okay, I've already read that one. Okay, so
I've already answered that.
Yeah. Oh, and this person keep calling, but I don't. The commissioner cannot hear you. We don't. Well, let me see. Hello. 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 Please.
Hello.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
Yeah, but I don't know if commissioner is gonna hear you. That's another thing.
Just my matter and for pass the information or no commissioner.
Okay, but don't make it too long. Me don't control. So go ahead.
Hello.
Okay,
Hello.
Yes,
I can hear you
now,
loud and clear.
Afaku, a building a could do that building a cable, a bouquet comedian phone, a phone, a electronics. Now that building has been dead dormant since the former governor, leave power. So you need to plans the present administration for that very building about
Faraku. Okay. Okay, Honorable Commissioner, I'm afraid for
yes,
I have from Ukraine.
I have code from Ukraine. He's saying that can we find out. Me can maybe see maybe see Bob my phone, my telephone and all those things. Who can I cable you can in young can you meet me men some poor. I don't
know.
You didn't do.
The uncle for here, go for the game. We give you an answer.
And I'm at the make us our commissioner. So no make up say on document. Make up saying
Young probably.
Our commissioner went to for you. Can we make it okay? Oh, me friend you forward. So okay, I'm not telling you for but me go no go so. And AKwa from Ukraine. That's all. My questions are here. Another question I want to me from. Okay, okay. I think. What is the total kilometers of road constructed by?
I have just answered that on Facebook.
Oh, okay, this is you. Oh, all right. Okay, all right. Oh, that's when then you can put a lot of questions here. So the Honorable Commissioner is watching as well. So if you're able to give your answer, you can go ahead. Then one question. That will be a question for today from me, from Honorable Commissioner. And there is this, I will call it for now, a rumor that is going on that is our Excellency, His Excellency, our executive governor of Akwa Ibom State is saying that ke nyine mintom nyine baga mi kirongo rontom nitokwa ke you carry more ikoba ke nyine baga mi. It doesn't have nothing to do with us because you need a voter's card. Any votes. Well, so you don't have no business with us. Well, this question has raised so many people commenting. My email address coming in, email, asking question, and then I don't know. I can't give them any answer came for me. So on the I don't know what
okay,
is
well,
happening.
let me say, Edna, let me say categorical. Let me challenge anybody to put on tape or audio when His Excellency Governor Udoh Emmanuel made that kind of comment. And let me also use this opportunity to say that, okay, we have a governor who is very exposed internationally, who has worked in the corporate world, who values talent, who values creativity, who values knowledge and skills of people. How much more? He also has clearly demonstrated in the last 2.5 years since he's been governor that he is providing opportunities for the brightest and best Akwa Ibom people to contribute to the development of Akwa Ibom State. The world, the boundaries of the world has fallen thanks to internet and technology. And so development is not restricted to one small corner. And so every Akwa Ibom indigene, irrespective of where you live, work or play, the government of Akwa Ibom State values you, your contributions, your knowledge, your experience, your exposure. We need all hands on deck to make Akwa Ibom State that dream industrial hub of Nigeria, that dream tourist destination of Nigeria, that dream food basket of Nigeria. At no point would the governor of Akwa Ibom State make that kind of statement. So let me categorically say that the governor of Akwa Ibom State did not, has not, and will not make that kind of statement. Because he values every Akwa Ibomite. He values the contributions of everybody, irrespective of where you are. Don't forget also that this government has continuously, even at the last awards, the 30th anniversary celebrations, Akwa Ibomites who don't live in Akwa Ibom State were celebrated. You remember, Vincent Enyama does not live in Akwa Ibom State. He was celebrated. So several other Akwa Ibom people were celebrated who don't live in Akwa Ibom State, who don't have the so-called voters registration card like some people would say. But that does not mean that the government does not value everybody. Government values everybody.
Yeah, because they say that.
And that's why.
Sorry, sir, to cut you short. Okay, there's some things say my name for me. Abroad, invite His Excellency. And you invite His Excellency, and he doesn't even. Well, I confirm but he will not come. You send people to come.
No, let me say something. Now, sometimes
indication.
Okay, let me say something. I, as a commissioner, my schedule is so crowded. Sometimes I get 200 text messages a day. I have all kinds of invitations. Now, if you want the governor to attend events, forward planning, proper planning is important. And then you follow the right channel. There are protocols, there are procedures to inviting a governor to an event. If you write a letter and you don't follow up, you don't get official confirmation, that does not automatically mean that the governor would attend. He has a whole lot of other things to do. So everybody who wants to have the governor attend an event, there are processes. And the governor's attendance will be subject to your timing and venue fitting into his schedule. He may have had other things already lined up. And so, and where is not feasible for him to attend, at every point in time where the proper channels have been followed, he has represented people, he has sent people to represent him in such occasions. Government is a continuum.
Okay. I don't know until man I don't invite the young but now I was saying that was going to be the final question, but something just crossed my mind now. So I want to ask you, this one is very, very important, because it's about the when two elephants are fighting each other. So I mean, we heard about what happened in Atlanta, America, with Akisan and the delegates Victor Uyo Ekado. And then what happened? Because there's so many, we had so many. What happened? But last Sunday we had the president, the Akisanagabaga program. He said his own side of story, although the network was not allowing him to really other cope. But now, thank God, you're a commissioner for information, you are here. So we had a lot of things that what happened, because we also heard that these people, they came to you to come and see His Excellency. His Excellency did not attend to them. He shunned them. And then Anyway, America, they didn't pay money to enter. They want to enter free. There's so many things there. I mean, they didn't invite them to come for the 30th anniversary. What is going on? Because this AKwa should have been that is like Ndito, AKwa Ibom. Together, then we will rejoice and be happy.
Let me ask. Well, let me ask. Can every AKwa Ibomite in the diaspora ask the leadership of AKwa whether or not the government of AKwa Ibom State has always supported AKwa financially and otherwise? That's first. The essay in charge of diaspora was picked from AKwa. And let me also say categorically, the leadership of AKwa prior to the event, every time they've been in AKwa Ibom State, I have had to interact with at least one or two of them. I've had reasons, I have had cause to invite them to my house, to host them, open my doors, sometimes as late as 12 midnight to discuss, open to discussions, have interactions with them. And so, if I have done that, and they claim that they had difficulties having access to the governor, did they at any point in time raise it up? That's on one hand. Now, on the other hand, I was at Atlanta, and in an event where this governor of AKwa Ibom State was going to attend. The program of event did not, I repeat, did not recognize, did not mention, did not give due credence to the governor of AKwa Ibom State. For crying out loud, we have only one governor. And whatever it is, if you are inviting, protocol demands that if you are inviting a governor, there are basic things that you must do. And so how do you invite the governor of AKwa Ibom State to a program that government has contributed to, and then the governor is totally neglected and removed from the scheme of things in the program? And then second, and then also, in the same vein, the leadership also organized a parallel event on the other side. The leadership did not allow the government of AKwa Ibom State to see the programs until we found it by chance. And so it's something that the leadership of AKwa needs to explain to the world. They need to explain to AKwa Ibom people. They need to come out and say the truth regarding what happened. I wouldn't want to. The government has nothing against AKwa. The government is desirous to support every AKwa Ibomite wherever they live, work, or play. But simple courtesy demands that some basic things must be done. Some basic protocols that across the office of the governor of AKwa Ibom State must be adhered to. I don't know if I answer your question.
Well, I mean, people are sitting down home, they are listening to you, they are hearing what you're saying. Everything is in their hand. Because I heard you talk about a government contributed to the program. How is it financially, like you said? Of course. To the AKwa.
I think the leadership of the AKwa Ibomites should ask AKwa whether or not.
Because you had some amount about, is it $30,000?
Hold on. No, hold on. Now, government makes contribution. I want them to be the ones to say it. They should tell the world what government of AKwa Ibom has been doing for AKwa and has done for AKwa, even as at the last convention.
Wow.
I was there.
Because the information or what I heard.
They go AKwa with that explanation.
Yeah, what
because I wouldn't want to join issues. I wouldn't want to join. Sorry, sister. I wouldn't want to join issues with them. Okay,
no, we are not joining. So we're trying to let the people of AKwa Ibom know what happened, because some people are thinking that government did wrong. The other one thinking that AKwa did wrong. Like a lot of people are in the middle. They don't understand what is going on. The other AKwa, like for me, this AKwa, the convention. Now all these things happen. Good, I say okay, I can't go. I don't know what is happening there.
All the things I outlined remember that the government of Akwa Ibom State, when we pulled out, we issued a press statement outlining why we pulled out. And of course, the pulling out means that until those things are addressed, that decision stays. Now, as we speak, neither leadership of Pakistan or anybody has deemed it fit to apologize to the government and people of Akwa Ibom State for snubbing the governor of Akwa Ibom State, for totally disrespecting the governor of Akwa Ibom State. So those are things that we need to ask ourselves. Now, because you live in America, it doesn't mean that you don't have a home. You have a home. You have a government that caters for you, a government that is building a conducive home for you to come back. And so it behoves on you to accord, in the program of events, the mayor of Atlanta accorded the governor his due respect. That's the letter, goodwill message from the mayor of Atlanta welcoming the governor was hidden in some inner page. So how do you organize an event where government has contributed to, where you are Akwa Ibom people, you are expecting a government delegation attended? At that event, you totally did not recognize the governor in any part of the program. Rather, you recognize political parties, political associations. Was this supposed to be a political event? No, it's supposed to be an Akwa Ibom event. And so if you have an Akwa Ibom event and you don't recognize the governor of the state who has contributed to that, who has appointed one of you as his SA, so what else can the government do?
Okay. People are hearing, and somebody is just commenting that adorable Mandy, comment Mia Buntum. What we are hearing now is different from what we heard last Sunday. Thank you, adorable. Sunday. Or they were listening, so they are commenting that what we are hearing is different from what we heard last Sunday. Thank you, adorable. That's right, Titi. Oh well, honorable commissioner, in English, for well, for young, and I want to say a very big thank you.
Okay, maybe if I could quickly talk. Somebody just talked about the science park and all that.
Yeah, okay.
Now, the science park, as it was conceptualized, now you ask yourself, what is it going to do for us now? Now, the science park, as it was conceptualized many years ago, cannot suffice today. Many years ago, we couldn't have done this, what we are doing, because technology wouldn't have allowed us. Today, technology has moved on. And every government has a priority. What do you want to do? The priority of this government is industrialization. The priority of this government is tourism. The priority of this government is food sufficiency. Those are the front burner issues to drive the economy of the state. Let me even talk about recently the e-library. Halliburton. I'm sure you know Halliburton. Halliburton has set up a training institute at the e-library, full-fledged training institute for the oil and gas sector. That is something that government of Akwa Ibom State has attracted, which will provide training opportunities. It means that all servicing companies who operate within the shores of Nigeria do not need to travel abroad for some of those basic training. They can come do it in Akwa Ibom State. So Edna, thank you so much for having me on board. I'm really excited to always be with you. And I think taking this to another level, from the phone discussion we used to have to seeing ourselves in picture, is really exciting.
Thank you very much, the Honorable Commissioner. Even said for you coming here on this program today, because I was not expecting you, because when I couldn't get in touch with you, I was like, oh, you were not gonna come. I didn't make much publicity about you coming, because I was not really sure. And then you just create time, even how difficult that I get back on of us all create time. I did me this program today to come and talk to your own people. Thank you so much, sir. I hope you come next time.
Definitely, it is a thing of joy to talk to Akwa Ibom, to share the good things that is happening in Akwa Ibom State. We dream to have the Ednas of the UK coming to Akwa Ibom State to invest. We want Akwa Ibom people in diaspora to come to Akwa Ibom State to invest. There's so much that we are doing. I tell you, let me repeat, Akwa Ibom State today is the fastest developing economy in Nigeria outside Lagos State and Abuja. Akwa Ibom State today has more industries in the last 2 years than any state in Nigeria has stand to be corrected.
Okay.
Today, Akwa Ibom, no state in Nigeria has built the number of roads that Akwa Ibom State has built in the last 2.5 years. Not the free education that how many states are doing that? How many states are offering free medical services? How many states are paying salaries regularly? How many states are offering school children spending 600 million naira per annum to pay WAEC fees for their indigent? Today we have educational tourism in Akwa Ibom State. Children from neighboring states are coming to attend schools in Akwa Ibom State. Today's Akwa Ibom State, all of us should be proud of. All of us should join hands and build this Akwa Ibom State that we would be proud of anywhere in the world. Let's not allow people to use personal sentiments, selfish sentiments to poison our minds. The government of Akwa Ibom State today is passionate, is committed, is transparent. If this government didn't have integrity, if this government didn't have transparency, we would not have attracted Africa's largest syringe factory to our shores. We would not have attracted the companies we are attracting to our shores. That shows integrity. That shows sincerity of purpose. That shows transparency. That shows a government that has interests of everybody at heart and have a drive for sustainable development.
Thank you very much, sir, for Honorable Commissioner, for today, for being on the program, the Talk on Radio program today. Well, come Adawkara Kwaibum for Nyendo, but you be don't come in on you. You were one day here and you get to in a time called you 1-on-1 in the young, then pour about the Kwaibum. Come on for the work.
Seriously, Edna, I would want to arrange that one day the governor will come on this program.
That would be really nice. A lot of people would like to listen to him.
I would discuss with him and fix a time. I would love the governor to come on this program to talk to Akwa Ibom people.
That would be really
in the diaspora.
Yeah. Thank you so much, sir, for being on the program.
I will walk around as fast as possible. Yes.
Okay, sir. I'm going to sir.
Thank you.
Sir. Oh, bye.
Thank you.
Well, that was Honorable Commissioner for Information. Although the phone line was bad today, everybody could hear him, but he couldn't hear people that were calling in. No, maybe next time everything will be fixed, so you can hear him and he can hear you, and everything will be perfect. What Ndito can you know my board and people want to cook in frame. Maybe I will kick on back at our boy in a now. When you time against and it come back, I see carry all the other ones saying about go for do the copy on and do them, and then you don't see I'm going to try to baby onion. So make on our friend for me now for tea, but enjoy me next Sunday. It's another interesting program next Sunday. We're having a guest. You will need to find out who the guest is, because I'm going to cannot describe. So next Sunday, join me the same time, the same program. We talk about Facebook live on Facebook, so that we time you don't have so now. Nyas Niko, this is the Talk on Radio program. I did on Yenako, I'm back a program about a month ago or so. Who's? Oh, the Mandators. Really? We have to survive. So let's listen to this song, Equal Magnators. So my only Yanni say bye bye for Ndito, Akwa Ibom.
Countryman, sister. Countryman, sister Macy's situation. Lord have mercy. The pride of any nation. Whoa. Things are getting conflict each and every day. It makes life to be so hard for the people. The chances of surviving getting slimmer for the masses. Lord, where are we going now? Where are we going? Where is survival? Government magic all over this nation. Woman is disappearing each day. Where are we going now? Where are we going, Lord? Lord, have mercy right now. In a disadvantage situation. Hey. Oh, you are the best way you can. Let's get it for working hard. The chances of surviving getting slimmer every day. Only the fittest are strongest survive. That's our society, Lord. Where are we going now? Where are we going? Where is survivor? Survivor. Where is survivor? Survivor. Where is survivor? Survivor. It's a different trick from a different folk to everyone in every way was pulling through. We the children now money. Strong people make strong nation. Weak people make weak nation. Lord, where are we going?